Thank you, gentlemen. Continuing on a topic from last week about the devastating fires in northwest Oklahoma. Turns out those fires happened almost a year to the day from an equally devastating fire in nearby Woods County. SUNUP's Curtis Hare takes a look at how the land is rebounding after the fire a year later.
The scars to the land are glaring, and the wounds of producers are raw and will be for some time. Only one word comes to mind for the fires that tore up 330,000 acres across Harper, Beaver, and Woodward counties. Devastating. It's hard to believe producers 50 miles east of here were in the same situation almost a year ago, to the day.
We knew after the first day when the fire started and it was coming this way, we had an idea that we should probably prepare for it.
On March 22nd of last year, the Anderson Creek Fire ignited and tore through Woods County and up through Kansas. According to the Oklahoma Forestry Service, about 365,000 acres burned and 600 cattle were lost. Producers like Brody Bush did what little they could to protect their operations.
Well, it burned 100% of the ranch on the second day when the fire came through. It blew through at about 50 to 60 miles an hour. The winds were 50 to 60 miles an hour. And so it moved pretty fast. It still burned a lot of trees, and it took all the fences out and everything. Most of our cattle were okay. We had a few pass away later.
The possibility of regrowth and recovery seemed dim.
As the wind was blowing and the soot was blowing around and the dirt and everything, all the roads were covered and it looked like the Dust Bowl, and you would have thought that, the ground was sterile and all the grass was gone and everything, but it recovered beautifully.
The people here in Oklahoma are resilient, just like our landscape is resilient. So what we see again is a lot of concern about there's nothing on the ground after that wildfire. We burned up everything and you've got a lot of bare ground.
Oklahoma State University research associate John Weir documented the regrowth process in Woods County. Not even a year later, the ground that was black and bare turned into waving grass.
What we have to remember is our plant communities here all throughout Oklahoma are adapted to fire. They have been burned for centuries by Native Americans and by fires that come through here. And they're resilient and they will come back.
While the future may seem stark for producers in Woodward, Beaver, and Harper counties, Weir says that with a little bit of time and a little bit of rain, regrowth will occur. And Woods County is a great example.
What it all boils down to is time since fire. It's all about rainfall. This stuff recovers rapidly, even in areas as we think of western Oklahoma that are drier, less rainfall. The plants here are very resilient.
Once we got every mile of fence on the ranch repaired and we kind of got over the initial shock and everything started greening up, there was some benefits to the fire. It burnt most of the cedars. We burn on a regular basis anyways, so it just kind of mopped up the cedars that were left over from the previous burns, the prescribed burns that we do here. It took out a lot of the places whenever you do prescribed burns that you can't really burn because it's too dangerous that it might get away.
After losing so much, it's hard to see anything beneficial after such a tragic event. It's hard to see past the here and now. Bush knows this.
I know it's pretty devastating, and I know after the fire happened, we were driving around the ranch, and everything, and you see all of your cattle, and they're just walking around in ashes and stuff. And if you can just get through the first couple of months for it to start recovering, the hay, and if you can financially bear it for a few months, and it'll rain, the ground will recover, and it'll be better than it's ever been.
In Woods County, I'm Curtis Hare.